Rowserworld.
Hey guys, and welcome to another segment of Drawing with the Rouser. And today, guys, what I'm going to be doing is teaching you how to draw a quick caricature cartoon. All right, guys. So in order to draw a caricature, first thing we have to do is we have to use that old imagination. Okay. So what you want to do is I always want to have some type of basic idea in my mind as to where I want to be going with this. So what do I want to make the focal point of my drawing? Do I want to do a lot of exaggeration? Do I want to do a little bit of exaggeration? And basically you want to use as least lines as possible to get to the picture that you have contrived in your head. That's right, guys, the laboratory for all caricatures. It all starts in between your ears. You have to be able to look and see the imaginable. You have to look and see what is unseen first, and then allow that unseen thing to come into fruition in real life. So now the best way to approach the caricature, once you have your basic idea in your head, okay, you can start with a number of ways. Sometimes you'll see me draw an outer shape of the head first, because that is where I want to place the most of my exaggeration at, so it allows me to get my drawing down very quickly. Sometimes you may also notice that I start from the inside out, okay, which I combined a little bit of both methods into this drawing, and that will give me greater opportunities to make exaggerations when you draw from the inside out, because now you're not confined to a space in which you have to draw. Hopefully you can wrap your mind around that. Now, as far as, is there a technique or is there some type of magic formula that you can use for all caricatures? I've been drawing long enough to tell you, my friend, there is no gold at the end of the rainbow. No, it's not like that. What I want you to get into the mindset of thinking is more like this. I want you to learn different ideas about how to draw the mouth, different ideas about how to draw the eyes, different ideas about these things. As you learn those ideas, those things will translate into your artwork, and you'll also understand when there's a question about how or what you should be drawing at a certain point. Then allow your brain to go into your Whiz Bag. The Whiz Bag is a thing that really simplifies an idea. In other words, wax on, wax off. If you can understand that. But for you, those of you that don't, just remember Daniel LaRusso, Karate Kid. Why am I having to do wax on, wax off? Why am I having to do the Whiz Bag stuff? Well, so that Mr. Miyagi told him, you can, in the end he learned, it was actually literally teaching him karate, or teaching him what he needed to know to be able to win in the end. So the Whiz Bag is something that breaks it down to its basic terms. so that you can understand what you're drawing and come out of that area of confusion in the mind. My friend, you'll be so amazed at once you really start learning about art and you start developing a respect for the art form, not just of caricature, but just of art in general. Have respect for it. You will begin to see through it that it can be a great teacher of life. It can teach you about moral. It can teach you about values. It can teach you about being a better decision maker. Some ask me, Rouser, how do you draw with only markers and without using an eraser? And I always tell them, well, it wasn't a choice, but it was a standard that I put myself to so that I would make better decisions on the drawing board. Now, if we connect that with life, it's the same thing. If you knew that you couldn't erase what you did, if you knew that there was no coming back from what you're about to do, would you still make that same stroke? That's the question. Now, here I'm kind of just getting to my favorite part of the drawing. This is the end. And this is the dark layer. This is the separation, the true separation of light and dark. By using this to my advantage, I can create greater dimension in my picture very quickly, but not even as far as speed am I concerned about, but what it literally does for the drawing. If you look, it brings it to life. It brings it out of that regular old, I'm just a drawing, to it brings it to here. Look at this drawing. Look at what I'm trying to say, and look at what I'm trying to portray and who I'm trying to portray. That's what it does. The dark should be the absolute last thing that you add to your drawing. Okay. What about the connection between that and life? The wrong thing to do is an absolute last resort. The dark is the last thing. It is so many things that come before that. But knowing where it is, also it is power in that too. You see, things within themselves are not bad. It is always the perspective of the user that makes it bad. That's just how it goes. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much for drawing with the Rouser. I hope that some of the ideas that I've shared with you today help you to elevate your art game. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and if you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe with us today. So have a blessed and wonderful day, and I'll be seeing you next time.
Hey guys, I hope that you enjoyed that video tutorial. If you did, don't hesitate, guys, to go ahead and give us a like. Also, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and the notifications button. This way, when we put up new material, you'll be the first to know. If you have any questions about our markers or pens or paper, and you'd like to know where I get some of the materials that I use here on my art stream, there's a link in the description below, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. And also, guys, we'd like to welcome your questions and comments so that we can get some new ideas. You know, it's always good to have new, fresh ideas for our next and upcoming videos. Oh, and don't forget to check out these 2 super cool videos right here. So, guys, thanks again for your love and support of our channel. You guys be safe out there. And as always, guys, I wish you happy cartooning.